What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Miller's Music Mondays. How was your weekend? How was your Monday? I hope it was good. Um, I was working on stuff for you. I don't know. I realize I haven't played this one on the show in a while, so I thought I would kick it off with some uncountry. Yeah. So here we go. There's an oldie but a goodie. Spend my summers growing up looking for bullets from the Civil War. Wasn't much else to do in that old Virginia town. Bought me a Gibson, got the hell out of Gibson by the kid and was young. Started making my living with the band and the band. No one understood. No one understood. Big tears left my head on a different stranger's floor. Every reason on the stage, struggle with the pain of the night before. Driving till dawn, no sleep, no time to have a life of my own. Just bills to pay, and the only way is to keep on moving on. Just keep on moving on. I swear them people every dollar that I earn always break my back, and I never break my word. If you take a good look, let you see there ain't nothing unconscious about me. See me up real on this stage, you might not believe that I cut my teeth on country roads and the values I need. I'm no stranger to the pain that a hard day's work will bring you. Ask me where I got these scars, I've been more than glad to sing you my song of sad regret. Oh, I swear them people rap my talent that I earn always break my back, and I never break my word. You can take a good look, let you see there ain't nothing unconscious about me. Go. Yeah. Go. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, yeah. Well, I fought through when it fell into my way. I'm always gonna be here, and I ain't never gonna break. If you take a good look, let you see there ain't nothing unconscious about me. Nothing unconscious about me. Nothing unconscious about me. Yeah, nothing unconscious about me. Woo! Haven't done that one in a bit. So yeah, well, my guest tonight, man, I love this guy to death, and all he does is just make me smile every time we hang out or talk. Let me bring him on right now. Say hello, unmute yourself to Bigg Vinny.
Holla, holla, what's up?
What's going on, man?
Dude, your freaking voice is so good. I love that song too.
Yeah, I wrote that with Randall Clay, and that was the first song we ever wrote together, and it still holds up. I think I love it. So,
Yep.
thank you.
good people there, good people, good company. So
Yeah. So what have you been up to lately, man?
man, raising babies is raising. I used to raise hell. Now I raise babies. Come on.
Okay. All right.
No, I've been doing all kinds of stuff, man. We were going to have our biggest year booking wise for our band last year for Trailer Choir, and for my band Nashville Cartel. We had tons of bookings on. Then it all kind of got shut down. Luckily, I invested in hemp farms about 8 years ago, and those did okay through the year. And then I do a lot of online fitness stuff and teach people how to lose weight and gain muscle, get big and strong. So.
Yeah.
Mainly lose weight. Most people don't want to get big and strong. They just want to lose a belly, but yeah, man, I've just been doing that and just, small investments here and there and having fun. And like I said, most important, being with my kids and my wife and hanging out and having a good time. So yes, I'm married, guys. I know you're already wondering, but I'm married. So
they're all wondering, people are shutting off. You shouldn't have told them that. Everyone's leaving.
Man, all the hot guys are gone now, man. Hey, I just wanted to show you. I was told a long time ago that when you come to a party and you get invited somewhere, you always bring a gift. So I got you a gift for tonight. I got you this here tiny spaghetti squash and some classic Code 4 cheese. So
thanks, man. I love spaghetti squash.
We're gonna make some spaghetti squash spaghetti, and it's gonna be delicious. So
well, next time
I don't come to the party. I don't come to the party without the goods.
Well, thanks. And next time I'm in Tennessee, we really will make it. We'll make some.
And I got my handy dandy blue blockers here.
Blue blockers. Sure. Yeah, guys, we were talking about that. And by the way, hi to everybody. Hi to Chills, RJ Lady A, Chaotic Looney, of course. Oh, we lost you. Oh, okay, you're back. All right. we got to see your fitness shot there for a second.
Getting the pumped up.
Yeah, we got the pumped up shot. Well, there we go. Just to. We'll let I'll wait a little bit because we might get a raid or something. We'll talk about fitness a little later. But what happened the other night when you went and played poker?
Oh man, I got invited to go play, and my buddy, he likes to play. He's like, Vinny, there's a bunch of good people going to be here playing. You're probably not going to win, but it'll be a good time. So I decided to go as my alter ego, and I put on this cowboy hat and these blue blockers, and I kept them off on full tilt all night, talking smack to him, And there was a guy there that I can't remember his name, but he's won. He had his World Series of Poker ring, and he's won the World Series of Poker. And my buddy told me, you ain't going to beat him. Nobody ever beats him. And I ended up winning the whole thing. And the way I did it was I played whatever the hell I felt like playing, and I didn't really care if it was good cards or bad cards. And he never knew what I had. So
right. When
half the time I didn't know what I'd have, I'd say all in and I'd be blind. So it was all luck.
They say poker's all about like reading the other person, so if you didn't care, then they couldn't read you.
You're unreadable,
Yeah.
It was fun though. We had a good time. I won like $930. So, that don't suck. That's a half a house payment in Nashville.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Y'all are in LA.
It's about a third, but still, it's not bad. It's not bad for a night's outing. What have you been working on? Some new songs, or what's been going on?
Yeah, it's been kind of cool. I've Trailer Choir is kind of about the funny, goofy, good times, cold beer drinking kind of thing. And but the stuff I kind of do on my own is a little more down home. It's a little more how I grew up and my stories and stuff like that. So I've definitely through this last year gotten to explore more into that world, into my writing. And you've not kind of known that side of me for a long time. You've seen and heard my songs before, but it's been cool to dive more into that. And, I think we get caught up in the trying to be what everybody wants us to be, as opposed to being who we truly are sometimes. And when we're in the music, you just kind of get caught in that, like, I got to make it, I got to do what the suits tell me to do instead of doing what I really love. And right. So now I'm past that stage and I just do what I love. And that's the way I keep it. I make Bigg Vinny music for Bigg Vinny people that want to listen to Bigg Vinny. So.
Yeah. Screw the suits,
Yeah, I mean, I'll take their money still, but I don't want to hang out.
But yeah, you got to do what's authentic to you and what you want.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I think everyone knows when we try to force it, right?
Oh yeah.
So, well, what's the first song you're gonna play for us tonight?
Man, let's go right into a fun. We'll start with a fun Trailer Choir song. This is one that I wrote. So I weighed 500 pounds 10 years ago. And I'd gotten a record deal whenever I was 22, and I weighed about 450 when I was 22. And I got the record deal, and we got to fly out to Las Vegas for the ACM Awards, which just happened yesterday and today, I think.
And last night.
So I get on the plane, and I had never been on a Southwest plane. I didn't know you're supposed to get on there and book your seat, or get your seat claimed, I guess. I didn't know that, so I didn't really care. I just got on the plane. I was the last one on, and there was only middle seats left, and only about 3 of those. And so when you walk on a plane at 500 pounds, 450 pounds, and you're the last one, and there's only middle seats left, everybody hates you in those seats until you pass by their seat. Then they love you again. It's like the quickest hate and love relationship you've ever had. But I'm walking to the back of the plane, and I see what I think is a couple. I'm like, hey, do y'all mind if I sit between y'all? And the girl goes, I just move over. I was like, well, cool. That'd be help us all out. And I can hang half my fat butt out into the aisle. I don't know if I can cuss them here. I was like,
it's fine.
I'll hang half my fat butt out in the aisle. And then she elbows her boyfriend that she was with, and she goes, I'm sitting next to the window. You're going to ride in the middle. Of course, now he's mad. I'm mad. She's mad. Everybody's mad. He goes to the bathroom, and this is no joke. And people think I didn't make this up, but this is not making it up at all. She gets on the phone, and she's talking to what I probably assume is either her mom or her best friend, or maybe her sister. Or maybe there's other boyfriend. I don't know. But she says, can you believe that this mother effer got me flowers from Walmart? As soon as we get back from this trip to Vegas, I'm breaking up with him. And I was just sitting there. I was like, do you say something to this guy? No, it ain't my place to say nothing. But I've sent Butter a text. Butter's my partner in the band. I said, Walmart flowers. And that's all I said. And he yells back from 3 rows up, what does Walmart flowers mean? Why did you text me Walmart flowers? And now she's sitting there like, she knows. Now the whole trip's uncomfortable. And I vowed to myself, I was like, I'll never marry a woman like that. I've been divorced once now, but anyways, but this song is called Walmart Flowers.
All right.
Well, I'm broke as hell, and that's the truth. So what's a poor boy supposed to do when he wants to show the one he loves how much he cares? Well, all day long she been on my mind, so I stopped at the light with a blue and white sign. Knew just what to get when I pulled in there. Well, pleasing my baby don't cost a lot, so I'm gonna spend the last little bit I got on some Walmart flowers in a mason jar, a funny lovey-dovey 99-cent card, a Diet Coke and a candy bar. Yeah, I know what she likes. It don't matter that I got them at a deep discount. No, she don't care. It's a thought that counts. So never ever underestimate the power of homegrown loving and some Walmart flowers. You want to hear the next part? You're going to hear it anyways, because I got the guitar and the microphone, and you can't stop me. A little two-tap knock on her front door where she wasn't expecting me, I'm sure, by the way her pretty little smile lit up her face. She said, what you got there behind your back? You must be up to something with a grin like that. When I whipped out, I said, when I whipped out that bargain bin bouquet, now knocked me down with a big old hug. Gave me so much loving, all because of some Walmart flowers in a mason jar, a funny lovey-dovey 99-cent card, a Diet Coke and a candy bar. Yeah, I know what she likes. It don't matter that I got them at a deep discount. No, she don't care. It's a thought that counts. So never ever underestimate the power of homegrown loving and some Walmart flowers. Well, I can't afford a diamond ring, but my baby don't need expensive things. She says all she really needs is little old me and some Walmart flowers in a mason jar, a funny lovey-dovey 99-cent card, a Diet Coke and a candy bomb. Yeah, I know what she likes. It don't matter that I got them at a deep discount. No, she don't care. It's a thought that counts. So never ever underestimate the power of homegrown loving and some Walmart flowers. I said never ever underestimate the power of some homegrown, sticky homegrown, Willie Nelson's homegrown loving and some Walmart flowers.
Yeah.
Fun times at Ridgemont High. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, I think well, Amber wrote, I'll take grocery store flowers over a scheduled holiday bouquet any day.
I like it.
Yeah. Plus, how did she know they were from Walmart? Did it have like a Walmart sticker
I
on the
mean,
flowers?
he might have been like me and just left it in the bag, who knows? But I
Yeah.
mean, it was just funny. I mean, I don't know, maybe we just wasn't good enough for her. I don't know, but it was very funny. We ended up writing it with Tom Shepard. And do you know Tom?
I don't.
Tom wrote Redneck Yacht Club and
Oh,
Private
sure.
Malone for David Ball. We'd always be riding with Private Malone. Anyway, he's just a phenomenal songwriter. And so I took the idea to him. And at first I was like, I want to write about this girl who didn't appreciate her Walmart flowers. He goes, no, Vinny, don't give that girl no credit. Let's just write it about the kind of girl that you want to have and just make it all about how much you love her and how awesome she is. And he completely turned my mind on it. Next thing I know, boy, we're over there writing the funnest song. And I've just always really loved it because I think that we do spend a lot of time looking for the bigger and better stuff, and sometimes it's right there. Little you go get your girl some Walmart flowers and her favorite candy bar, and a Red Box movie back a few years ago. Not now. You just got it all at your fingertips on your HBO Max.
Right.
But,
Netflix and chill.
yeah. But like I said, it's like sometimes those simple things and those are the moments that create the greatest memories. So
Exactly. And it's funny that you mentioned that that Tom kind of turned it around on you, because I've often gone into a songwriting session and had an idea, and then the co-writer will be like, oh, well, let's take it from this point of view or that point of view, and then it's a completely different song than you
and it doesn't turn
had
out as good as you
intended to,
wanted.
but often a way better song.
Yeah, sometimes better. I've had it on both sides. That one turned out way better, and then I've had other times where it's like you get out of the writing, like, crap, the song is nothing like what I wanted. I think this hook, could have been better.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
but it is a blessing when it turns out great like that. And obviously, when Tom, somebody that's as seasoned as him, I was a young writer at the time. I was probably 21, 22, I guess. I guess 22 when we wrote that. Was right after we got the record deal. So that's one of those situations where somebody came in that had a lot more experience than me, and I learned that day. So.
And you guys were signed to Toby Keith's label, right?
Yeah, we were with the Show Dog Universal back when it was still under the Universal umbrella, and it was Show Dog and Big Machine were together.
Right.
And then I think they're not even with Universal anymore. I think Toby's completely independent now. There's no Universal backing on it or anything like that.
Right. Well, he's got enough. He can just back it himself if he wants.
Yeah, there's Toby Keith, and then there's Toby Keith Colvin, which is his real name, and they're the ones that own all the energy and oil fields or oil farms or oil fields, I guess you call it, and then they own wind farms and solar, and they own everything.
Yeah,
like 60,000 acres in Oklahoma. So
what's that town? Like you whatever town he's from.
Moore, Oklahoma.
Where
is it? Moore, Oklahoma.
Yeah, Moore, Oklahoma. When you're driving, and I've played in Oklahoma a bunch of times, and you're driving through Moore, Oklahoma, and there's this giant silo, or it's like a water tower. It's like, welcome to Moore, Oklahoma, home of Toby Keith. Like, home of Toby Keith is way bigger than welcome to Moore, Oklahoma.
That's great.
It's pretty.
I'm still trying to get a sign in my hometown. I don't know if I've gotten famous enough yet, but one of these days,
I put one up and they keep tearing it down.
I mean, I made it out of the best cardboard I could find. Let's hear another song, brother. I'll put myself on mute while you play.
All right, cool. I'm going to do one from the new record because I got a brand new record out, everybody. And for those of you who are still waiting for your orders, more orders are coming out. I fill them all out myself. So right after this show, actually, I'm filling some more out. But this is the first song on the new record. Hold on, there's a lot of lyrics. And when I went to go film the video for this, here's a fun little fact. I was having trouble remembering the lyrics because I had recorded it like a year earlier. And so that night I really studied them. And the next day, the video director actually, I printed them out, and the video director was like, hey, I got a present for you. And he had also printed out the lyrics for me. So I'm like, nope, I got it. I already did it. But anyway, here we go. Expiration date. The world's despising. Keep looking over my shoulder.
it's rising. With every step they get bolder. The long dark highway stretched like a snake out before me. I'm hoping someday it'll take me the way I belong. Oh. What's up, Luke? Feel the gathering time. All up on and wide. Feel it grinding you down. Pull the power you down. I can never see if it was right in front of me. I can never know about you see right to me. Now we're here all alone. It's too late to move on. Brace yourself for the way you've run out of time. As you head to your grave, don't stand in the line. Fastest gripping you tight. Slowly force out your life. Suffocating the strong. Burn your soul while you bound. Feeling like it's every now the barrel of a gun. Everything inside myself to turn around and run. Feel it behind every door. You just wanting more. Brace yourself for the wave. You've run out of time. As you head to your grave, don't stand in the line. All alone in the dark, so it's the seas that tears can tell. Watch me turn into rust, fall into sleep and never waken. Some will set on your pride, buried deep by your lies. Crush your back while you crawl. Never speak, shine alone. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, brace yourself for the way you run out of time. As you head to your grave, don't stand in the line. Brace yourself for the way you run out of time. Falling down from on high, bid heaven goodbye.
Man, beautiful, man. Beautiful.
Thanks, man. Song over.
Sorry, I was trying to figure out. So my cool phone here. It's
Thank you, Amber.
well, it's it's getting to that point where it's paid off, at AT&T.
Right.
So now
Yeah.
it's messing up. So now the charging port don't work. So I had to get one of those chargers that you lay it on. So I was trying to see if I could.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
the mat. That sort. Yeah, you just lay it on it. Oh, see if you could pull it up.
I was going to see if I could put it behind, but it's so much wider than the phone, it wouldn't work. So
How many?
That's what I was doing.
How much percentage do you have left?
I got like 25%, so we should be good. But you just never know. I just, you
We'll
might
be
get
all
on
right.
here and stay for a couple hours.
We'll be all right. Yeah, I think we can do it.
No, we'll be
If not,
fine.
we can always. I don't know. Well, we'll
Well, I
cross
can
that bridge
switch
when we
over.
come to
I
it.
can switch over to the computer if we need to. So, but we probably won't have to. So we'll be fine. But if I need to, I can go boop, get on that computer and pull it up. It's just I don't look as pretty on the computer. The camera's not as good as the iPhone.
Well, I look better on a blurrier camera, I've
Yeah,
discovered.
it's that Bigfoot camera. Who's that?
Um,
Who's that comedian? Uh,
what's that? Oh,
the comedian says maybe Bigfoot is just blurry. Mitch
oh, Mitch Hedberg.
Mitch Hedberg, dude, he's so
Yeah, he
funny.
was great,
He
man.
was awesome.
Yeah,
Sadly gone too soon, but
maybe Bigfoot was
he's like
just
maybe
blurry.
Bigfoot is just blurry.
You know, my friend Brad Penny, he used to play for the Dodgers. He's a retired Major League Baseball player, and he had a lot of land out in Oklahoma, and they had. He's from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, actually.
Yeah,
They had a lot of after he made it big in the majors, he bought a ranch, and they had all these motion cameras out there for. It was over 1,000 acres for deer and stuff like that. So on a day that he had off, that he wasn't supposed to be home, he got this really authentic Bigfoot suit and went out to his ranch and sort of ran across the ranch to where he knew the cameras were, and then like went home back to LA, didn't tell his dad. um we just lost your camera. Now you're back again. Didn't
I'm
tell
back.
us. You just want to show everybody your pumped up
Yeah,
self.
let me just keep briefing up there. Get
Yeah. Yeah.
that. I'm a cowboy, baby.
Yeah. Anyway, so he was like, so he just did it to prank his dad.
That's awesome.
He had this awesome Bigfoot suit.
Then his
I
dad
don't
just
know where.
whooped the hell out of him.
Yeah. Hey, so let's talk really quick before you play your next song. You know, you kind of went through. You brought it up a little bit before, but you sort of went through a metamorphosis. I mean, it's. I know you wanted to make a change. You were talking about how you're over 500 pounds. You went on The Biggest Loser and lost a ton of weight, and now you are an ambassador for fitness and a power lifter. And
Yeah, it was one of those things where, I was always a power lifter. I power lifted in high school. I was all state power lifter, all state football player. It was all based off of my size because I was never fast at all. I was just very strong and I just naturally had a great athletic ability, which was God given. I just, you've seen me dance. I do break dancing. Even when I was 500 pounds, I could do the worm and the splits and all kinds of crazy stuff. But it's one of those things where I went out to audition actually for Dumb and Dumber 2, the first time they were going to make it in
okay,
LA, and it was in 2011. And when I got out there, it was on Super Bowl Sunday, and I had landed out there, and I got to go meet with a woman named Cindy Fairley, who is the Fairley brothers' sister, and she's a lawyer out there. And I got to audition, and she loved me. She's like, "Oh my gosh, you're funny, and you got this big personality, and you got multiple personalities, which is great, when you're acting." And she said, "The only issue I see is that you're so big, because at 500 pounds, you're so big that you're not going to look right on camera with people. So we could use you as like a comedy prop, where you're the fat guy in a Speedo, or you're the one running after the donut truck or whatever, just goofy stuff, slapstick type stuff." She's like, "But I think you got a big enough personality that you could be a Kevin James or a Chris Farley." But she's like, "But you outweigh them by 200 pounds, So, she goes, "I know it doesn't seem like it because they look a lot bigger on camera, but they're not near as big as you are.
Mhm.
And she's like, "I just don't want to see you become that." She's like, "So I think you should, before we start putting you in stuff, go home and lose some weight." And I'm like, "Oh man, my moniker, I'm Bigg Vinny.
Right.
And
Yeah.
so I did. I got home and I'm like, well, I'll start losing some weight. But God works in funny ways. It's like sometimes you make a plan, then He changes your plan and makes it His plan. So
Mhm.
I got on it was Super Bowl Sunday, the day that the Packers were playing the Steelers, and I was excited. I was going to come home, and I was flying home. I was going to be making all this, dip and all my stuff I make for the Super Bowl. I'd had a real bad pain in my leg the night before, and I didn't know what it was. I looked it up on WebMD, and I thought it was a hernia. It was right beside my goods there. And
Yeah.
I was like, man, I said, I'm not sure what's going on, but I was like, I'll go to the doctor on Thursday. Well, whenever we landed, my then girlfriend at the time, she's like, look, she asked her if she would drive. She drives me straight to the emergency room and undoes the keys and goes inside, makes me go to the hospital to get checked out. And turns out if I'd have waited 2 more days, they would end up having to cut my leg off because the diabetes had gotten so bad and infected my leg with a thing called cellulitis.
Wow.
And if I had not if I'd waited 2 days, they said most likely I would have had to cut my entire leg off. And so she's the one that has my Jeep now. So she was my first wife. But she did save my leg. So I guess I owe her an arm and a leg, or at least just a leg. So, but yeah, man, it was one of those deals where, I was kind of forced there. Well, my 6th day in the hospital, I had to get surgery while I was there, and they had to cut out a big, portion of the meat up there by my leg and stuff. And, I got a call from another ex-girlfriend named Dana DeSilvio, who was on the first season of Biggest Loser. And she said, look, they're auditioning people for Biggest Loser. I think they'll love you. You should go audition. And I was like, I ain't going to do that crap. They just make fun of fat people, And I get off the phone, and my, Lori, the girl that I was with at the hospital, she said, who was that? And I said, it was Dana. She goes, what'd she want?
Right.
And I was like, well, I said, she wanted me to go on this stupid TV show called Biggest Loser. I said, here I am, 500 pounds, trying to figure out how I'm going to lose weight and get rid of diabetes. And she's trying to send me on a stupid reality TV show. And then I was having that look, that moment when you're like, think you're so smart, and then somebody's looking at you like you're an idiot,
Right.
I have a lot of those moments in my life. And so anyway, so I called her back, and I ended up auditioning for the show, and it really saved my life, changed my life, and thankful every day for that opportunity, and the show catches a lot of flack because people says a lot of bad stuff about the show. But honestly, if you do what the doctor says and you work out and you eat right and you exercise, like I said, it saved my life and changed it where I'm still here. I was supposed to be dead by 30. I'm 37 now. So I was 27 when I went on the show. So it's been right at June 1st to be 10 years exactly since I started the show.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, you're always an inspiration to me to be able to do that, because a lot of people couldn't do that, and I'm really glad that you did.
Thank you, brother.
I'm really glad that you did, because we wouldn't have met.
We wouldn't even get to be sitting here right now.
Yeah, exactly.
I met you before I lost the weight, though. Didn't I? Did I meet you before I lost the weight?
No, I met you after. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We've just known each other so long. It must have been right after I come off the show. I remember I met you and Andrew Rollins. You and Andrew Rollins, and was it Eric that introduced us?
Eric, yeah, my attorney.
I love that guy, man. He's my attorney too.
Yeah, we met in Nashville. Yeah, I think my attorney is the one both of our attorneys introduced us to each other. So
yeah, what a great dude, man. I think a lot of him.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's still doing stuff for me, and like he's such a great guy. Well, let's play another song, because it is called Miller's Music Mondays. I think it's your turn to play a song.
Yeah, let's
do one, man. That was great.
Let's do one a little more now where I'm going.
Okay.
This is called December 32nd. It's about real love. And I know you're thinking there's no such thing as December 32nd, but in this song there is. Gotta get that capo on right, or it won't let it tune. Well, he got a call late in the fall when the fighting was at its worst. So he said goodbye to his beautiful bride, told her you can rest assured that I'll be home in a hurry. There's no need for you to worry. Within a week's time, he was on the front line, dodging heavy enemy fire. Each chance that he got, he'd drift off and thought, and when he could, he'd write her. She lived for every letter. The one she got that winter said, I'm writing this to you on December 32nd. New Year's Eve has graciously agreed to linger here, and not being together makes life altogether different. Without you, we refuse to start another year. I don't know what it is where you are, but it's December 32nd here. Well, she'd write him back, but where he was at, Mel was always months behind. So he didn't know she was starting to show. It never crossed his mind till one day late that summer. The letter he got from her said, I'm writing this to you on December 32nd. New Year's Eve has graciously agreed to linger here, and not being together makes life altogether different. Without you, we refuse to start another year. I don't know what it is where you are. It's December 32nd here. With tears ran down his face as planes came into view. He fired 1,000 rounds that afternoon. Oh, but in the fight for freedom, to win some have to lose. So he went home and on his stone carved back in World War II, said, I'm writing this to you on December 32nd. New Year's Eve has graciously agreed to linger here, and not being together makes life altogether different. Without you, we refuse to start another year. I don't know what it is where you are. It's December 32nd here. I don't know what it is where you are, but it's December 32nd here.
Nice, man. I want to say that there was a first of all, the people in chat are holding up lighters. I've got a little like emote, so you can looks like someone's holding a lighter. So we got some lighters for that one for sure.
Well, thank you.
And there was like I want to say there was some major construction job, right? That had to be done at a certain year, and they were one day late, so they actually wrote like December 32nd, whatever the year was, so that
Oh, that's hilarious.
it's on like a plaque
Because it had
when it was
it
built.
had to be on the money. Hey, I'm gonna grab my computer just in case. That way we don't lose each other. So
Okay.
give me just. It's right
Okay,
here.
no
Don't
problem.
worry.
Well, while you're grabbing that, I'll just play my next song then. How about that?
Yeah. Well, I've already got it. But yeah, you go ahead and
Oh, you
play
got
because
it?
I
Okay.
just want to. I want to hear you sing more, anyways.
Yeah, I mean, you're inspiring me to bring out some of my country stuff. Did you ever write with Joe Doyle?
Joe Doyle. He rules, right? That's
Yeah,
O'Doyle.
yeah.
Never mind. That's O'Doyle.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah. No, Joe.
familiar, but I don't know.
Joe's had a few number ones, and like for Tim McGraw, I think, and a couple others. But we wrote this one.
Whoever that guy is.
Yeah, you know who he is. We wrote this one. It's on my Natural Born Killer album, and it's about well, it's about a bar. It's about not the bar you walk into, but the bar you sit at. The piece of wood that the piece of wood that you sit at there. So, okay, you want me to? I'll get you in. Sean, hopefully this won't screw things up because he's logging in with his computer too. It's gonna ask Sean right now. Is that okay?
We'll find out just in case.
Okay.
And then I'll turn off the other one.
Okay. We'll see what happens.
I can hear you on here.
Whoa! All right. Yeah. We got an echo.
I got it. Let me do mute here.
Okay. Great, and then we'll turn you on there. Maybe better if I don't play for a second. We'll see if we can get it. There you are.
Oh yeah. Sweet.
I think we got a double thing happening, but I'll let Sean, is it better if I play?
I think that solved it there.
Oh, we're good. Yeah, that solved it. Perfect. We got it. All right, we're
And you
good.
get the muscles a little better there too.
Yeah, there. Better lighting. Better muscle lighting. All right, here we go. This one's called "Up to Me." I was cut in Mississippi, June of '36. Trucked out west of Texas, laid down here to rest. They framed my edge of maple, tacked trim around my base. My last coat of lacquer, long since worn away. Now I felt the wine and tears and whiskey raining down on me. Hearts and names and numbers, pocket knives and keys. I've helped to balance spirits, lovers, drunks, and thieves. When their lives have let them down, they're barely up to me. I've broken long-necked bottles in accidents and fights, in a place to rest your weary head on those one too many nights. I've overheard the best and worst, I pick up lines and prayers, seen the start of one-night stands and the end long affairs. Now I felt wine and tears and whiskey raining down on me. Hearts and names and numbers, carved with pocket knives and keys. I've helped to balance spirits, lovers, drunks, and thieves. When their lives have let them down, they're barely up to me. Sometimes I wish that I was still there, rising with the pines. My roots deep in the delta, them soaked in the sunshine. It's a world away from happy hours, losing time. I felt wine and tears and whiskey raining down on me. Hearts and names and numbers, carved with pocket knife keys. I helped to balance spirits of lovers, drunks, and thieves. 'Cause one time or another, they've all felt the need to let their inhibitions down, really up to me. Really up to me. Oh yeah.
Ooh, Lord, that's good, man.
There you are. Well, you look fine. You look fine, man. Actually, I think the lighting's better on your computer. So
Yeah, man. You know what? Maybe I just give that iPhone too much credit, I guess, you know.
yeah, I think we all do. We all
Yeah.
give our our
I think it's
iPhones
because it's
too
my
much
little
credit.
buddy, you know, it's just always with me. It's my, you know,
It is.
I
It
don't
is.
carry
It's
my laptop
definitely
with
our
me too
buddy.
much. It's just for work, but
We're basically cyborgs at this point. You know, it's just our electronics are not
outside of the body.
they're not implanted yet. Although I do have a friend who he implanted something in his chest that's held on by two like piercings, and it always gives him a little shock when he's facing north, when he's facing magnetic north.
Wow.
So like anytime he walks into a room or goes anywhere, he knows where north is.
That's
And
pretty cool.
he just said it's no it's just one added thing, you know?
Well, I mean, if the end of the world, the apocalypse happened, and he was left over, at the end of that, he'd be able to get us to wherever we needed to go.
Right, exactly. He'd know what
Know
direction.
which way we were walking.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
I don't know if he still has it or not. I'll have to ask him. But yeah, he wrote an article about it. And the article was "I am a cyborg," and he kind of is.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen some of those. I mean, they got like these mechanical hands now that you can actually control with your mind, like for people that lose appendages and stuff.
Yeah.
And like they got it now where they got it to where it's so sensitive they can like pick a grape off of the little vine. I think that's pretty impressive. I mean, technology is obviously. I mean, we got Elon Musk.
Right, I know. It just if he wasn't so crazy, everything would be fine. But maybe we need his craziness. That's
I like crazy. Crazy are some of my favorite people.
Yeah.
I mean, I got this buddy named Jason Charles Miller. He is nuttier than squirrel poop, buddy. I mean,
yeah, he is. He'll come around one day. Nuttier than squirrel poop. I think I'm going to put that on my grave. Is that cool?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
If you don't, I'll come by there and carve it on. Well, I'll probably beat you to the grave. So if not, I'm gonna come by and carve it with a screwdriver in it.
And if you beat me, then I'll come carve something on yours. How about that? Deal?
Yep, you got to come up with what it is before the end of this Zoom, though.
All right, well, I got to think hard now. All right, what are you going to play next for us?
Man, let me see here. I don't want to keep it too ballady,
No, yeah, let's see. I'll do for my. So you got 2 songs left, and I got 1 song left. So for my last song, I'll do
this song right here was the one that changed my career and gave me a chance. This is the one that Toby Keith heard, and he decided to take us on the road with him and all that. And it's one of those songs, man, that just really touches your soul as deep down as it can possibly go. It's about all of the girls out there with beer guts.
Oh yeah,
how they just rock what they got no matter what, baby. And it's all about being proud of who you are. So. There's a million different types of girls all around the world, and they're all so beautiful. No one knows any better than me, 'cause I stare so constantly. But I think I met my match last night at the club. She was sipping on a bud, hanging with her friends on a Friday night. A 5-foot-something cherry bomb, she had everything going on. The first thing that caught my eye, she was rocking the beer gut, and I love the way she's not ashamed. Rocking the beer gut, it's just some extra love around her waist. Rocking the beer gut, she's more than hot, she's everything. With the blue jeans a little tight around her butt. Rocking the beer gut. Jason Charles Miller never looked so good, hanging out right there on the front of her black t-shirt. As I walked up to the bar and said, "Can I buy you a drink, girl?" Spun me around and grabbed my hand and said, "First things first, we're gonna dance. If you can cut a rug, boy, after that, you can." A 5-foot-something cherry bomb, she had everything going on. First thing that caught my eye, she was rocking the beer gut, and I love the way she's not ashamed. Rocking the beer gut, it's just some extra love around her waist. Rocking the beer gut, she's more than hot, she's everything. With the blue jeans a little tight around her butt. Rocking the beer gut. And as if this song wasn't already crazy enough, we decided to go one step further and talk about another group of ladies to this same melody. And this is all of our cougars out there, all the older women that like a little young meat in their life. It goes like this. It says, "I likes the cougs, I likes the cougs, the older women with the sweet attitude, never complaining, they're always in the mood. That's why I likes the cougs." I said, "I likes the cougs, I likes the cougs, the fake tans and the fake boobs, know what they want when they're in the bedroom. That's why I likes the cougs." When they pick me up for dinner, they're always on time. We order appetizers and we drink fine wine. Lay that MasterCard down when we get that check, and I don't ever have to pay for. That's why I likes the cougs. I likes the cougs. Them older women with the sweet attitude, never complaining, they're always in the mood. That's why I likes the cougs. I said I likes the cougs. I likes the cougs. The fake tans and them fake boobs know what they want when they're in the bedroom. That's why I likes the cougs. The best part about a cougar after all. You want to know what that is? They're always up for a little late night booty call. That's why I likes the cougs. I likes the cougs. The fake tans and them fake boobs know what they want when they're in the bedroom. That's why I likes the cougs. I likes the cougs. I love those cougars and all the future cougars too.
Wow, man. Oh my God. That was amazing. I never heard this. I never heard the cougar part before.
Oh, you know what? Me and Butter, we started doing that live probably, gosh, man, maybe 7 years ago. And it's just one of those deals. Butter actually wrote it. He come to me, he said, Vinny, I got this funny thing we can add on to Beer Gut. And he goes, and so what he does is when we're in live in concert, he'll do the song. We almost stop, but it's the exact same melody. So I'm like, if we're going to do them, let's do them back to back. That way people are like, hey, that's a Beer Gut melody that you're doing. So, but he'll go out there. He goes, y'all, he goes, now look, I told myself I wouldn't get political up here, but I got a platform and I'm going to use it. And I think there's a group of people out there that don't get enough attention, that don't get enough love and respect. And he goes, and that's all and you know, you can see people starting to get upset before you.
Right, they're like, what?
Oh, don't do it, you know. And then all of a sudden he goes, all the cougars out there, you know, and then everybody just laughs and we have a good time. And I don't know why we hadn't made cougar merchandise, but
oh man, you would get a killing. You'd do a killing for sure.
I thought Future Cougar made a good merchandise shirt too. So
sooner or later. So that the Rockin' the Beer Gut was that was a radio hit, right?
Yeah, we got it was a top, I guess it was number 28. So we call it a top 20 because it was in the 20s on country radio, but we sold like a number one. You know, that song sold like crazy. I mean, we were selling 15 to 17,000 downloads a week back then, even, you know, when we were in the 20s. And it was just one of those that went viral before viral was a thing, I guess. You know, in 2009, people started sharing it, and there was a little text message that went around where it had, you open it up and there's a picture of these, you know, heavy set girls with bikinis on. It would start playing Rockin' the Beer Gut and had a little link to go download the song and all that kind of stuff. It was right at the beginning of smartphones, I guess.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, 2009.
And so it did well for us, man. It got us to where we went from making, you know, when we first went on the Toby Keith tour, we were on the tour for 3 years from 2007, 2008, and 2009. But you don't get paid nothing, you know, you get paid in exposure. Which right. I'm here to let you know that the Nashville Electric Service does not take Toby Keith exposure as payment. It ain't like Dogecoin. You can't use it yet.
Right. And you know what else? People die of exposure every day.
Yeah.
That's what I tell people when
radioactive. But no, it was just one of those deals. But you know, Toby was so great, man. He took us out and gave us a chance. And whenever we got to sit down and talk with him, he said, look, you know, it's going to seem tough at first, but you got to pay your dues. And he even did his own daughter was the same way. She had to pay her dues the same way. And he said, he goes, I promise you one of these days you'll look back and you'll be making so much money up there on the stage and it'll change your life. And I think the biggest we were averaging about 20 grand a night, which is more money than I ever thought in a million years I would ever make from playing music for a night, you know. And it was just one of those deals. And I was one of those, I was 22, 23, 24 years old, you know, and I was like, man, I got all I'm going to be rich. I'm going to be a millionaire. I start spending. Everybody come party with me, you know.
Right.
I know better now. Now I know how to invest and save and do all that other good stuff. So
right. You hang on to it. Oh man. Well, I've got one left and then I'm going to have you take us out. But I realize there's another one I haven't played in a while, and it's just kind of fun. I wrote this in Nashville with Blue Foley and Danny Warsnop from the band Asking Alexandria, who I never saw again. I met him that day. We wrote this song. He came to. I had a gig that night. He came to my gig that night, and I've never seen him since. It's like a mystery. I think we tweeted at each other once when this song came out. But
Hey,
my friend Bob Wayne, who's also he's an outlaw country artist, he directed this video, and
dude, you
my
have the
friend
best
Zivka, and
videos. What's the Mad Max one? That's like Mad Max. What is that video?
Get Thee Behind Me.
Yeah,
Yeah. Or no, Wasteland in the Wasteland.
Wasteland. That's what
Yeah,
it
you
is.
like that one?
Dude,
That's
well, I
actually
mean, I like all
that's
of
at
them.
Wasteland Weekend.
You just, I mean, you make videos that are like little mini movies, you know, and it's just better than the normal stuff I see. I mean, everything you know in country music. I'm not saying nothing bad about country music because I love it, but in country music, it always tends to be the same. Hey, all right, we need a tailgate, we need to fill it up, we need some hot girls dancing in the back, we need a hot tub, you know, we need somebody
Right.
on a slip. I trust me, I've made these videos myself. I was like,
Right.
we need somebody on a slip and slide. We need one fat guy in overalls. Well, that was me. You know, they kind of take all the stereotypes and they throw it in one, but you just completely shatter the mold and make something completely, you know, outside the box. I mean, you can just tell that you have that mind for it, and I think it's a beautiful thing, and I love the fact that, you know, I know you come from the rock world. You know, I tour with one of the guys from Saving Abel, the original lead singer, Jerry Weeks. I tour with him a lot, and it's always cool to have his kind of rock mind input on what we're doing because he's an old country boy from Mississippi, you know, but he got
Yeah.
in that rock world, and it's just I think a lot of that art is kind of gone right now because it's rock always had a way of smashing through certain things that were different and not being afraid to tell the whole story, you know. So
Well, thanks, man. Yeah, I try to do it a little bit differently. So, I just shot one too that I can't wait to for people to see. But so for my last song, this one's called Running. Here we go.
I've been running from the sun, chasing darkness for way too long, hiding in the shadows, holding on to the night. Oh, I've been running all my life. You can say what you will about my decisions, but I'm stuck to my guns, stay true to my word. But lately I've been feeling the weight of my actions, wondering if all this right's been wrong. But my legs are tired, boots are worn through, and I still can't find the truth. So I move forward through the dark. Is it too late to be forgiven? Is it too late to turn back time? Not a day goes by that I don't question if the road I'm on can take me home. But my legs are tired, boots are worn through, and I still can't find the truth. So I move forward through, yeah, you way through to the other side to shine some light on what to do. Oh, I've been running from the sun, chasing darkness away too long, hiding in the shadows, holding on to the night. Oh, I've been running all my life. Oh, I've been running all my life.
that's cool. I forgot to mute that time. Sorry about that. I
What's
was into
that?
the groove. I said I
Oh
forgot to
yeah,
mute that time I was into the groove. I forgot to hit mute.
that's okay. I don't think there was any interference. I think we were good.
The so you get, I mean, do you do a lot of sync stuff? Because you got so many songs that would be great for like movies and TV shows and
Yeah, I've gotten lucky and gotten a few for sure. Like that, like there's been some where I've written songs directly for a project, and then there's been others where like they've taken a song of mine and put it in a project, sync.
that's
So
so me and the Cartel guys, we just did Ain't No Grave, the old gospel song Ain't No Grave, and we redid it and I threw a rap in there and we kind of put it like in this um, haunting melody, and we changed it to a minor song kind of thing, and um, they're looking at it for Yellowstone, and I'd never dealt with that kind of stuff. So we did everything we did before. The record label handled everything, and the publishing companies and all that. So it's my
yeah,
first crack at that, but we're hoping they end up picking it up for Yellowstone to put it in
I
the
hope
show.
so too, man. Yeah, there's a lot of like really good music in Yellowstone. Um, I'm trying to think. I had what was that? What was that Timothy Oliphant
Yeah.
show where he's like,
Oh, the
what was that show?
Leverage.
Sheriff. What was it called? Somebody tell me in chat.
Was it Leverage?
No, that's Christian Kane. Justified.
Oh,
Okay.
Justified. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking. Yeah.
Here's the most frustrating thing. So like there was a song of mine, actually, The River was considered for like a big scene in the very last episode of Justified. And you get excited, right? And you think it's gonna be in there, and then you get it's frustrating because like you're like, is it gonna happen? Is it gonna happen? And then either it does
Yeah.
or it doesn't, and that one it didn't. But there were others that happened too. So
Well, yeah, it's funny because Andrew. I talked to Andrew Rollins a little bit. I know you and Andrew's buddies too, and
yeah,
he told me kind of. He's like, well, he goes, it's always different. He goes, ABC has a set thing that they do is $1,200 per for the song, but then it's $1,200 every time it plays, every time it's on a repeat, every time it's I'm like,
that's
dang.
pretty good. Yeah.
I was like, that don't suck if you can get on one of them syndications where it plays it 4 or 5 times a week,
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
but anyways, man, that's awesome. I mean, I've been a fan for a while, so I don't know if y'all have ever got to hang out with JCM. I don't know if you like to go by JCM sometimes,
I
but
go by JCM.
I don't know if y'all got to hang out with JCM, but I got to go to his studio where he does all the magic for the voiceover stuff, and it's always kind of been a thing to me. Like, it'd be cool to be a superhero or to be in the cartoon, and all that kind of stuff. So I created my own cartoon, and I mean, there's still a chance it could happen,
I
but
think so. Yeah, you got a great shot with that.
but yeah, it's been cool, man. We've got it close a couple times, but now with all the Netflix and Peacock and Hulu and 8,000 other streaming services that need original content,
You'll
gives
find
you
a spot for it. Yeah.
So, but anyways, I just thought it was really cool in there, man. And we had a great time just up there and getting to hear some of your reels and some of that stuff. So,
Well, thanks, man. Hopefully we can. It's funny. Stiletto Assassin was like, just play D&D, Vinny. I want to get Vinny into Dungeons and Dragons, so sooner or later we're going to get you into that.
And we'll yeah, we talked about that, doing the country version of that. It'd be kind of cool.
I wanted to do a show, call it D&D Country, with 5 country singers, but sooner or later we're going to do that.
I played it when I was a kid. My older brother he always won too. No, but he was always the dungeon master, and he would kind of run it. And then I have 6 brothers and 3 sisters, so there was a lot of us to play. But we had the dice and the whole thing. We'd roll and you get so many hit points, and there was a light sword, and there was this and that. And, but we didn't have anything. We just he made up the whole story as we went. There was no game or no board or no anything,
Yeah,
so,
sometimes there isn't. It's just, all in our minds. So
yeah.
I'm going to have to get you back into it next time we hang out. Well, I want to give a big shout out to Sean Becker today, our technical director, because I think this is the first time ever that we switched from a phone to a computer in the middle of an episode. So he did it flawlessly. So, but I know he's getting ready for, he's teching on another friend of our show that starts pretty soon. So I want you to take us out, if you can, with the last song of the night. What are you going to close us out with tonight?
This has been a song that I wrote it for my wife and my sister. And yes, I'm from Tennessee, but those are 2 different people. So I just want to make that clear right now.
Okay.
So my sister is she's pretty cool, man. She's got, you know, 2 businesses that she's completely started on her own and created them and everything else. She's got 2 little boys that she's raising on her own. And then on top of that, she went to college and got a master's degree in criminal psychology. So Christmas sucks for me, basically. But you know, she is she's one of those people. She's very smart, and but the thing I love the most is that she's taking those 2 boys and she's raising them on her own, and she's teaching them how to be men, you know. And I guess what we consider the stereotypical man where I'm from is she's teaching them to hunt and fish and, you know, play ball, and, you know, the kind of the, you know, the hallmark version of, you know, teaching your kids to be, you know, teaching your boys to be men. So I just think it's kind of cool that she, you know, the way she does it and what she does. And so I thought the hook was sometimes a woman makes a man, and that hook hit me. And then, you know, then I was never really knew how to write it. You know, I was like, well, that's one verse, but what do I write next? You know, and then I ended up meeting my now wife, and I was on a, you know, I'd just gotten divorced and I was on a pretty bad path. And I'm like, I was going to go out and have a lot of fun. Let's just say that, you know, and I was like, I'm never getting married again, you know. And she stopped me in my tracks and made me want to get married on the first date. I knew I was going to marry her. At least I was going to try, you know. I don't know if she'd want me, but I wanted her. And you can see right behind me is that's her right there.
I guess it worked out.
It worked out pretty good. We got 2 babies now. So, but I just thought it was, you know, so cool how she stopped me from going back and kind of being more of a child, you know, childish ways and things. And she made me into a better man. And then the final kind of last part is about my baby girl, and I didn't know I was going to have her, you know, at the time when I wrote this song, but it was kind of just about, you know, how she can, you know, every one of these women in my life have changed my world. So, and my son too, but my son, he's just like me. We're best buds. He's gonna have to go through all the same things I went through, so it's just the way it's gonna be. He's literally my twin reborn after me. So, anyways, this is called "Sometimes a Woman Makes a Man." She's struggling with all the things she's juggling. Don't know how she does it, but she finds a way somehow. And she's doing the best she can do, filling mom and dad's shoes with that little boy now. Oh, and sometimes woman makes a man do things he thinks he can't do, just take in his hands. Oh, and some days life it's like a hurricane. She's the only saving grace, solid place to stand. Oh, and sometimes a woman makes a man. He's making choices and he's taking chances on a love that he thought he'd never find. He's dressing up, he's going out. Now his whole world is all about that little 5'0" who's taking all control. Oh, and sometimes woman makes a man do things he thinks he can't do, just take in his hands. Oh, and some days life it's like a hurricane. She's the only saving grace, solid place to stand. Oh, and sometimes a woman makes a man. She's got her mama's eyes, no star outbrights her shine. Now she's the reason why he does, because sometimes woman makes a man do things he thinks he can't do, just taking his hand. Oh, and some days life it's like a hurricane. She's the only saving grace, solid place to stand. Oh, and sometimes a woman makes a man. Oh, and sometimes a woman makes a man.
Man, that was great. Man, your ballad voice is really great. It's on
Thank
point.
you, man.
You know, you should pursue that, I think. What do you think?
You know, I got that big old 1980s power ballad soft heart inside of me, you know. So
Hey, it's coming back. So, you know,
it
and
really
all
is, man.
comes from
I mean,
Crooks.
Chris Stapleton, look at that dude. He's been singing nothing but ballads.
I know. And hey, did you hear? Garth Brooks is bringing Chris Gaines back.
I heard that. I did
All
hear that.
bets are off, man. No.
It don't matter to the sun if you go or if you stay. This old world will just keep turning round, and shine down on another day. That's a great song in there called "It Don't Matter to the Sun." It's on that Chris Gaines record.
Yeah, people gave Chris Gaines too much flack. So I
think the story was they were going to make a movie, and then the guys that were going to do it talked him into doing it, and then they never actually made the movie, but they had the record out, you know, and so they were making that money because it was Garth Brooks at the time, was, you know, the mega star of megastars at that point.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. So. Well, man, I can't thank you enough for coming on. We're in the chat log here. We've got links to your Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Spotify, and also Trailer Choir Spotify, so they can check out.
Thank you,
Rocking the Beer Gut, and everybody can check that out. And please give him a follow on Instagram.
If you want to go lower your IQ, you can go to YouTube as well and spend a few hours watching stupid videos that we made. So, man, I just appreciate it. I appreciate you letting me come into your house and be part of your family here tonight. And everybody that's watching, thank y'all for letting me be here with you. Hopefully we'll get to do it some more. And I'm just in the process of learning all this technology stuff. So I'm getting the cameras and I'm getting the lights, and I got my whole podcast studio. I'm gonna do a podcast called Overall You. It's just about life, basically life and how you go after things, whether it's business or your health or whatever it is. So kind of a life coaching thing, but I hate to call it that because I ain't trying to coach you life. I'm just trying to teach you how to have motivation to go after whatever you want. So.
Well, if you want to get back on Twitch, just let me know. Reach out to me, and we'll talk about that too.
Man, I appreciate it. So.
Everybody loved you tonight, so
I love all y'all. I can't even see what you're saying, but just know I love you.
Okay. All right. Well, good night, everybody. What we're gonna do now is what's great about Twitch is we raid another channel. So basically, like the audience is watching now, we then will take them to somebody else's channel who's playing. So
I think it's awesome. There's 61,000 people watching. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. We got a little bit less than that, but we're gonna take it over to Schnaff tonight because he's like a musical virtuoso, this classical guitar player that I really like, and I like to keep it going with the music. So we're gonna raid Schnaff here, and here we go. So good night, everybody.